Good morning, children. Welcome back to the wonderful session of English. Now, as you know, children, we are going to learn something different today, and that's going to be your poem number 15, and the name is The Rum Tum Tugger, written by T.S. Eliot. Now, today we will be doing part 1. Make sure, children, you're going to sit with your new voice textbook, rough book, and a pen so that we can note down all the important points and also underline the important words. Now, as you know, children, before we could start the explanation of the poem, let us first quickly understand and have the introduction about the poet. Now, children, the writer of this poem is T.S. Eliot, and he was born in the year 1888 and he died in the year 1965. Now, let us have some brief introduction about him. He was a poet, essayist, publisher, playwright, and literary and social critic. His poetry is considered to be some of the most important of the 20th century. His famous work includes the Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock, The Hollow Man, Ash Wednesday, Four Quartets, and The Waste Land. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1948. Now, children, let us understand about the central idea of this poem. Now, what is the central idea of this particular poem? As per T.S. Eliot, he draws the attention to the similarities between feline and human personality traits. Rum Tum Tugger is portrayed as the rebel cat who cannot help but be difficult. He is never satisfied with what you give him. So, yes, children, this is really a wonderful poem. Let us quickly understand what is this poem all about. Now, children, as you know, this particular poem is written to compare, few qualities of cat with the human attributes, or you can say the human traits. Now, let us see how this particular poet has described this particular poem. Now, the Rum Tum Tugger is a curious cat. Now, this writer says the Rum Tum Tugger is a curious cat. Why the poet is calling the cat curious? The reason is this cat is really keen to know so many things, and this cat wants to do this, wants to do that, and that is the reason the poet says the cat is very curious. Now, the poet says if you offer him pheasant, he would rather have grouse. Okay. Now, pheasant is a kind of a bird, okay, with a long tail, something like this. Now, especially the male bird is really colorful. Okay, so this is a pheasant bird. Now, the writer says if you offer pheasant, to the cat to eat, he would rather have grouse. Now, grouse is a bird something like this with, a little bit plump body. Now, that's what the writer says if you offer pheasant, the cat would rather, go for grouse. Now, children, how can you compare this with the human attitude? Even we humans sometimes, when we are given something, okay, we would rather prefer something else, isn't it? So that's how the poet wants to compare us with the cat. So, this is how he has compared. Now, let us see further how he's comparing the cat along with the human attributes. Now, the poet says if you put him in a house, he would much prefer a flat. And if you put him in a flat, then he would rather have a house. Now, see the difference, children. The poet over here wants to say that if you give this particular cat a big house, then he would prefer a small flat, okay. And if you put him in a flat, that means in a small house, then he would rather want to go for a big house. And we humans also have this similar kind of the attitude. If someone gives us a big house, we sometimes feel, oh, this house is so big, what to do in such a big house? Then we would prefer, small house. But if we have small house, then we would rather prefer a big house, isn't it? So this is how, the poet has compared the cat with the humans attitude. Now, further, let us see what the poet says. If you set him on a mouse, then he only wants a rat. If you set him on a rat, then he would rather chase a mouse. Now, first of all, let us understand the difference between mouse and rat first. Now, what are mouse, children? Mouse are, very small in size. They quickly run here and there, isn't it? And rat is quite big in size. So over here, the poet says, if you set him on a mouse, that means if you, give a mouse, to this cat, then he only wants rat. Then he wants a big rat, isn't it? And if you set him on a rat, that means if you, give this particular cat rat, then he would rather chase for a mouse. He would rather run here and there, and he would rather actually go for a mouse which is small in size. Similarly, even we humans have the same pattern, or you can say the same attitude. If someone gives us a very small something in small quantity, we want something in big. And someone gives us something in big quantity, we want something in a small. That means we are never satisfied. And that's what the poet also wants to say, that we are also a little bit curious like this cat. Now let us go and check the next slide. Yes, the Rum Tum Tugger is a curious cat, and there isn't any call for me to shout it. Now over here the poet says, yes, it's true that Rum Tum Tugger is a curious cat, and there isn't any way, for me to shout and say for him not to do this, for he will do as he do. Okay, that means even if as a writer, even if he says anything, obviously the cat is not going to listen. The cat is going to do whatever the cat wants to do, and there's no doing anything about it. That means no one can do anything about it. The cat is going to do what the cat wants to do. The Rum Tum Tugger is a terrible bore. Okay, when you let him in, then he wants to be out. Now the poet says that Rum Tum Tugger is a terrible bore. The reason is, when you let the cat inside, actually the cat wants to go outside. Okay, so similarly, if you compare this with the human traits, you can say that even we humans are in the same way. We also tend to get bored, isn't it? That means when someone is telling us to sit inside the house, of course, after a long time, we think that we should be, going out somewhere, isn't it? So this is how the cat is also curious, and the cat is also terrible bore sometimes. The reason is, when the cat is inside, the cat wants to move outside. Now, he's always on the wrong side of every door. That means, the cat, the cat is always on the wrong side. That means if the door is standing outside the door, cat wants to come inside, and when the cat is inside, the cat wants to move outside. Similarly, the way we explain, if the cat is inside, the cat wants to move outside the house, right? So, and as soon as he is at home, then he did like to get about. Of course, when you keep the cat inside the house, immediately the cat wants to move outside. And the same happens with us as well. I'm very sure, children, that even you must be, terribly getting bored when your parents are telling you sit at home, do this, do that, and then you feel that okay, they are not allowing us to go anywhere outside. What is this? I want to move outside of the house. I want to do something. I want to play, isn't it? Similarly, the cat is also terribly bored. When the cat is inside, the cat wants to move outside. Okay? Likes to lie in a bureau drawer. Now, children, over here, bureau drawer means a table inside which there are many drawers where we keep a lot of our belongings. So you can look at this picture over here where there is a table, and inside the table there are many drawers, and a lot of belongings are kept inside the drawer. Now, children, the cat actually likes to lie inside the drawer. but he makes such a fuss if he can't get out. Now, when the cat actually wants to come out of the drawer, the cat makes fuss. Okay, that means the cat makes a lot of mess. The reason is the cat is not able to come out of the drawer. So yes, the Rum Tum Tugger is a curious cat, and there isn't any use for you to doubt it. So now over here the poet says yes, that's a fact that Rum Tum Tugger is a curious cat, and there is no doubt about it that the cat is really curious, and the cat is going to do all these things, for he will do as he do. That means the cat is going to do what the cat wants to do, and there's no doing anything about it. That means the writer says that even I also can't do anything about this. Whatever the cat wants, the cat is going to do it. So now children, after every stanza in this poem, you may be coming across few lines where the poet says, for he will do as he do, and there's no doing anything about it. Why, children? What is the reason? Now, according to the poet T.S. Eliot, now in this poem he likely describes the stubbornness of a human, okay, specifically a teenager or toddler. Now, what do you mean by teenager, children? A person between the age 13 and 19 years. Okay, these category of humans are really very energetic and they are very young. And he also is specifying this thing to toddler as well. Now, who are toddlers, children? A young child who is just beginning to walk. Now, the poet over here wants to say that if you offer this thing to these type of people, then they want to go for the other thing. Okay, so then if you give them the second thing, they really would prefer the first thing instead. That means they are very much, you can say, confused, and they are not sure what exactly they want. So the poet also says you need to let them do the things as per their own choice. Okay, the reason is, even if you don't allow them to do what they want, any which ways they are going to do what they want only. And similarly, he is telling this thing about the curious cat as well. So what the poet says is, if you try to stop this curious cat, do you think so the cat is going to stop? No, not at all. For the curious cat is going to do what he wants, and there's no doing anything about it. That means no one can do anything about this. So this is what till here the poet has given the the comparison between with the curious cat as well as the human attitude. So children, we are done with half of the poem, which is from your New Voice textbook, page number 148, and this is poem number 15, The Rum Tum Tugger, written by T.S. Eliot. Now make sure children you are going to recite this half of the poem as we have already done the explanation part. And yes children, without fail, make sure you are going to fill the worksheet which is going to be given below this video, and just check whether you have understood this poem properly. Okay, make sure that you practice all the hard words as well. So children, till we meet you again for the next session, take care. Bye bye.